Hello, Mark. Are you ready to learn more English today?
Hi, Sophia. Yes, I'm excited. What will we learn?
Today we will talk about some special verbs called irregular verbs.
Irregular? What does that mean?
It means these verbs don't follow the regular rule of adding ed to form the past. They change in different ways.
That sounds difficult. Can you give me some examples?
Of course. For example, the verb to be becomes was or were, and to go becomes went.
Oh, I see. So, I need to learn these changes.
Exactly. But don't worry, we'll practice a lot, and soon it will be easy for you.
Great. I'm ready to start.
Let's start our lesson by talking about the verb to be, which is one of the most important irregular verbs in English. In the past, it changes to was and were.
Okay, but when do we use was and when do we use were?
Good question. Use was with the subjects I, he, she, and it. Use were with you, we, and they.
Can you give me some examples?
Of course. Here are some. I was at the park yesterday. You were at school last week. She was very happy. They were tired after the game.
So if I say, he was in Rome last summer, that's correct?
Yes, exactly. And if you say, we were at the cinema on Sunday, that is also correct.
What about negative sentences? How do I say, I was not?
For negatives, you add not after the verb. So, I was not at home or they were not at work. You can also say I wasn't and they weren't in a more casual way.
I see. Can I try some sentences?
Of course, try this. Yesterday,
Yesterday, I was very busy.
Perfect. Now you try. Last weekend,
Last weekend, we were happy to see our friends.
Excellent. Keep practicing these forms and you'll get more confident using the verb to be in the past.
Thank you, Sophia. This is very helpful.
Now, Mark, let's talk about some common irregular verbs that you will use every day. These verbs do not follow the regular ed rule in the past tense. They change differently.
Okay, but which are the most important ones I should know?
I'll start with a few very common verbs. To go, to have, to do, and to see. Each one has a special past form that you need to learn.
Great! Can you give me the past forms?
Sure. The past of go is went. For example, yesterday I went to the market. The past of have is had. For example, she had a big breakfast.
What about do?
The past of do is did. For example, we did our homework last night. And the past of see is saw, like in they saw a movie yesterday.
So I have to remember these special past forms?
Yes, because they don't follow the ed ending rule. It's important to practice each one to remember them well.
Can you give me more examples with these verbs?
Of course. He went to school by bus. I had a cup of coffee this morning. Did you do the test yesterday? We saw a beautiful bird in the park.
Can you also show me the negative forms?
Yes. To make negatives, use did not plus base verb. For example, I did not go to the party. She did not have any sugar.
And questions?
To make questions, use did plus subject plus base verb. For example, did you go to the shop? Did they see the game?
Wow, there are a lot of new patterns to learn.
Don't worry, Mark. With regular practice, these will become natural. Remember, learning irregular verbs is about repeating and using them often.
I'm ready to practice more.
Perfect. We'll practice these verbs together and use them in sentences and dialogues so you'll understand them better. Now, Mark, let's talk about how irregular verbs in the past tense do not follow the usual ed rule.
So how do they change if not by adding ed?
Each irregular verb has its own past form. Some change completely, others change a little, and a few stay the same.
Can you give examples?
Sure. For example, go becomes went, which is a complete change. Have becomes had, which is a small change. And some verbs like cut stay the same in the past.
That's interesting. So I have to learn each verb separately?
Yes, but don't worry. We'll focus on the most common ones and practice them enough so they become easy for you.
How do I know when to use these irregular past forms?
You use them just like the past simple of regular verbs to talk about actions completed in the past. The only difference is how the verbs change their form.
What about negatives and questions?
For negatives and questions with irregular verbs, you use did not or did, plus the base form of the verb, just like with regular verbs. For example, I did not go to school, or did you have lunch?
So even if the verb is irregular, negatives and questions use the same pattern.
Exactly. That's a very important point to remember.
This is clearer now. I'll keep practicing these different forms.
Great, Mark. Practice makes perfect with irregular verbs too. Let's practice many sentences using irregular verbs in the past simple. Mark, listen and try to understand each example.
Okay, Sophia, I'm ready.
I went to the store yesterday after school.
So, you traveled to the store in the past.
She had lunch with her family about an hour ago.
That means she ate lunch before now.
We did all our homework last night together.
The homework was finished by you last night.
They saw a very good movie on Saturday.
They watched a film last weekend.
He came home late because of traffic.
He arrived at his house late.
I made a chocolate cake for my friend's birthday.
You baked or prepared a cake in the past.
She took many photos during her vacation.
She captured pictures on her holiday.
We got new books from the library last week.
You received some books in the past week.
Did you go to the park yesterday evening?
Are you asking if I visited the park?
Did they have breakfast before leaving the house?
Did they eat breakfast before going out?
Did he do the test at school?
Did he complete the exam?
She broke her phone last month.
She damaged her phone in the past.
They ran very fast in the race.
They moved quickly in the contest.
I found my keys under the table.
You discovered your keys somewhere.
We wrote a letter to our teacher.
You composed a letter before.
He swam in the pool yesterday afternoon.
He moved in the water in the past.
Keep practicing these sentences, Mark. The more you repeat, the easier it will be to remember irregular verbs in the past simple.
Thanks, Sophia. I will practice every day until I feel confident.
That's the spirit. Soon, you will be able to use these verbs naturally in conversations.
I look forward to that.
Now, Mark, let's see some simple examples with irregular verbs in the past tense to help you remember them better.
Sounds good. I need lots of examples.
Let's start with the verb to be. Notice how it changes. I was tired yesterday, and they were happy.
So was for singular and were for plural, right?
Exactly. Now, the verb to go changes to went. For example, we went to the park on Sunday.
Okay, that's easy to understand.
Next, the verb to have becomes had. For example, she had a big breakfast this morning.
I like that verb. What about to do?
To do changes to did. For example, he did his homework yesterday.
And to see?
To see becomes saw. For example, they saw a movie last night.
Can you give me some more examples with different subjects?
Of course, I went to the market. You had a snack. He did a good job. She saw a bird. We were at the museum. They were late.
This helps me a lot. Can you repeat one example with negatives?
Sure, I did not go to school yesterday. She did not have lunch with us. They did not see the show.
And questions?
Here are some. Did you go to the party? Did he have a good time? Did they see the match?
Thank you, Sophia. These examples really help me understand irregular verbs better.
I'm glad, Mark. Keep practicing, and soon they'll become easy to remember. Now, Mark, let's do some exercises to help you recognize and use irregular verbs in the past tense.
Great. I like exercises.
I will say a sentence in the present tense. You change the verb to past tense. Ready?
Ready?
I go to school every day.
I went to school yesterday.
She have a cat.
She had a cat last year.
They do their homework after school.
They did their homework yesterday.
We see the birds in the garden.
We saw the birds yesterday.
He be very happy today.
He was very happy yesterday.
You take the bus every morning.
You took the bus this morning.
Now try to make a negative sentence. Say this: I do not like apples.
I did not like apples yesterday.
Good. Try a question. Say this: Do you go to the park?
Did you go to the park yesterday?
Excellent, Mark. Keep practicing these exercises to improve your skills with irregular verbs in the past.
Thanks, Sophia. I feel more confident every day.
Mark, now let's finish with a simple dialogue using irregular verbs in the past. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Where did you go last weekend?
I went to my grandmother's house. It was nice. What about you?
I had a quiet weekend. I read a book and then did some gardening.
Sounds relaxing. Did you see any animals in your garden?
Yes, I saw some birds and a small rabbit.
That's great. I took many photos at my grandmother's.
Wonderful. Did you make a cake for her birthday?
Yes, I made a chocolate cake. It was delicious.
You used many irregular verbs in that story. You're improving.
Thanks, Sophia. These verbs are easier to remember with practice.
Exactly, Mark. Keep using them in conversations, and soon they'll feel natural.
I will. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for joining us today, Mark. What did you learn about irregular verbs in the past?
I learned that irregular verbs don't follow the dash-ed rule. They change in different ways, like go becomes went and have becomes had.
Exactly. And did you practice making positive, negative sentences and questions?
Yes, I did. I can say, I did not go to the park, and ask, did you have lunch?
That's great progress. Now, I invite everyone listening to write their own sentences using irregular verbs in the past.
And please like this episode if you found it helpful.
Also, leave comments with your examples or questions about the past simple. We'll be happy to help you improve.
We look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Keep practicing, and soon talking about the past will be easy for you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone, and keep learning.